One of the best parts of my job is I get to play around with all the technology that comes through our door. I even get to bring it home and set it up. So when I had the opportunity to bring these home, a set of 40th Anniversary Comete EZ speakers, I didn't hesitate to jump on it. Welcome back to Sound Approach, where we discuss all things audio. I am Trevor Williams, and today I'll be exploring the Triangle brand 40th Anniversary Comete EZ speakers and giving you my thoughts on this amazing and beautiful piece of technology. The 40th Anniversary Comete speakers are a sleek design upgrade from their standard Comete counterpart. Triangle has also introduced a new finish in the golden oak, as you can see in this video, and has added some special touches to the design and aesthetics with the rose gold highlights on the spikes, woofer, tweeter, and backplate. Additionally, the materials and technology, with the exception of the crossover network, have been upgraded from the standard Comete EZ and are more in line with the Signature and Magellan series. This includes the cabinetry and internal design, as well as the upgrades to the tweeter and mid-bass driver. The 40th Comete also features an exclusive real wood finish, including the golden oak on top of the details that are highlighted and pop from the rose gold anodized aluminum pieces. Now, as with all Triangle speakers, it was designed and assembled in France and shows an extreme attention to detail that may be lacking on other speakers at a similar price point. Given the design and electronic improvements over the standard Comete, the 40th Anniversary Edition has more refined and open sound with faster and more transparent bass. This was definitely noticeable when I listened to these speakers. The matching 40th Anniversary S04 speaker stands are also an upgrade on the standard S04 stands. With incredible design and beautiful aesthetics, these stands pair perfectly with speakers which are mounted on the dampening spikes that can be adapted to suit each listener's needs and preferences to eliminate vibration and provide improved sound clarity. Each pair of 40th Anniversary Comete speakers comes with two sets of dampening spikes, rubber for use on sensitive tops like wood, and also the anodized aluminum rose gold colored spikes and spike shoes for use on carpet or the speaker stands. Although if you're careful, you can set the spikes in the shoes with a little bit of manipulation on a wood, glass, or metal top as well. Just be careful because the spikes are very sharp. Now, here's a rundown of the features and some specifications on the speakers. By including some of the design theories of the Signature and Magellan series, Triangle has created a high-end, high-fidelity system at a more affordable price. These are retailed at $2,500. Triangle uses a very high-density MDF in its cabinetry in search of neutrality and to minimize box noise. The material is the same used in the more expensive Signature and Magellan series. And the cabinets also have numerous internal reinforcements and a driver vibration absorption system used only on the limited edition models. I can attest to the lack of vibration in the speakers, and I didn't hear any noise caused by vibration. And this was regardless of whether it was on the stand or on this entertainment system here. However, when I originally put together the speaker stands, I noticed that one of the top plates did not sit as solidly and had a bit of movement in it, which I was concerned about, and which would have introduced noise if left that way, given the speaker stands are made of metal and glass. However, by tightening the screws in place without the top plate first to ensure they were screwing in as far as they could go, I was able to get the top plate secured without any movement or vibration from the speaker. Now, I use the rubber dampening shoes on the speakers currently, and those have worked out fantastic. The limited series has included a wonderful touch, which I really appreciate, with the rose gold anodized aluminum highlights on the speakers and stands, which offers a classy and refined finished product in my opinion. While at the end of the day, sound is what's important, I tend to feel for myself that aesthetics are equally important. If I have a great pair of speakers, I want to show them off, and I can assure you that people will be impressed when looking at these. When I first saw the golden oak finish and rose gold inlays and highlights, I was blown away by how they looked, especially for their price point. These look like more expensive speakers than they are. Now, the 40th Comete can be easily mounted directly to the speaker stand assembly for more stability, or the speakers can sit on dampening spikes to eliminate vibrations from the unit. Additionally, the stands include a hollow main tube to hide the connection cables. The dampening spikes are made of rubber or aluminum, as I said, and so depending on the surface they'll be sitting on. While the rubber spikes aren't as pretty to look at, they're what you want on a sensitive surface like wood. Regarding performance, the tweeter has been designed with a magnesium dome as opposed to titanium. In previous generations of triangle speakers, combined with a compression chamber for high efficiency and little distortion. This is evident in the higher pitched sounds of a string instrument or cymbals, for example. Now, the copper wiring is arranged directly on the specially formed dome, eliminating the various centering problems of a conventional assembly, and the dispersion is quite consistent throughout the listening area because of the phasing plug, which you can see in the very center of the tweeter, because of the phasing plug included in this design. This is especially true when moving left or right away from the speakers, but also I noticed up and down. However, I noticed the very best sound when sitting in line with the tweeter face on, as would be expected. There was a bit of a difference as you moved left to right, but it wasn't as pronounced as I've noticed with other speakers. So I think that phasing plug does have an impact in affecting the dispersion cone. For the woofer, Triangle uses a blended foam and treated rubber, as you can see here, for dynamic performance at low inertia. This comes through in the bass and mid-bass levels. Now, the cone is made of a natural cellulose pulp to offer a frequency response more extended than the mid-range. This allows for a generous bass in a smaller speaker at 6.5 inches while maintaining a dynamic performance. And let me tell you, these speakers are very dynamic. They have a wonderful transition between the highs and the lows. So you get a lot of clarity from these speakers. Internally, the electronics have cables with oxygen-free copper, OFC, from the signature range, with each insulated independently. And the cabling uses 2 different gauges of OFC strands to obtain a more regular transport of signal according to the frequency. Now, the crossover for the Comete is at 4 kilohertz, with the woofer at 2nd order coupled with the 4th order on the tweeter. The terminal block is also finished in brushed rose gold anodized aluminum. It is equipped with terminals also designed to exact specifications. And those terminals allow permanent tightening of the banana plugs when screwing the upper part and ensure ideal signal conduction. Installation was easy, and I appreciate the ability to tighten down the banana connectors. I use the Symphony cables provided by Triangle, and these worked perfectly for the setup, so they're obviously designed. Triangle offers the Symphony cables in 3 meters and 5 meters to work with any setup, but I think you're going to be just fine with any banana connectors that you use, depending on which speaker cables that you're running. The ability to loosen and tighten, as many of you know, the banana connectors can lose their flexibility over time. I hate when I forget words. I can cut all that out anyway.
I decided not to cut it out. It's just too funny.
Every set of speakers is packaged in double packaging and EPE foam for safer shipping and to avoid damage during the shipping process. Some companies don't take this extra step, but it can mean the difference between a package arriving safely or a package being damaged in transit. Now, in my line of work, this is something I've seen from lower costing speakers or from companies that don't appreciate the need for an initial positive experience when first getting an item. A well-packaged item can make the difference. The speakers come with black covers marked with the 40th anniversary logo, as well as accessory boxes and cloths. I appreciated the additional attention to detail that apparently went into the packaging of these speakers. They were tightly packed safely and with plenty of room to remove them without difficulty once the box was opened. The cloth bags are installed over and tied on the bottom of the speaker, so I wouldn't recommend lifting these speakers out of the box by the bag, but instead reaching in, as I did, to the box to get a grip on the bottom of the speaker itself to lift it out. Now, the speakers weigh about 20 pounds each, and while a little awkward, it's not too difficult. As you can see from this setup, I've powered these speakers with the AVM 30.3 integrated amplifier, which runs at 100 watts. The setup of the entire system probably took 5 to 10 minutes to get listening, while unpackaging and building the speaker stands took up most of the time at around 20 to 30 minutes. All in all, I'm very happy with the setup and the performance of the 40th Anniversary Comete speakers. And the word that comes to mind when thinking about performance for me is clarity. I heard instruments on songs I hadn't heard before, flutes in particular. The bass came through and jumped out at me, so I could feel it in my feet. And overall, they made me excited to test the next song and see what next thing I could discover and what I'd been missing. It's hard to find a pair of speakers like that, but for me, that's exactly what these were. They made me want to listen more. Beyond performance, these speakers are just plain beautiful to look at and admire. The design is beyond exceptional for the price point. And in addition, you can see the extra care and attention to detail that has gone into these speakers. At this price point, I have not seen a better option that's more aesthetically pleasing. As always, all the items you see here are available at our website, soundapproach.com. We currently have a promotion running on the 40th Anniversary Comete speakers until the end of February, so check that out. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more great content from Sound Approach, or let us know if there's something you'd like to learn about next in the comments section down below. Thanks, everyone. Take care.